Solving equations explanation. The first equation that I solved used the quadratic formula, which is negative b over 2a or plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So I just plugged in the values to the equation, and I solved the inside of the square root. 3 squared equals 9, and 4 times 2 times negative 9 equals 72. Then I added them together and got 81. Next I found the square root of 81 to be 9, and it became 9 over 4. Then I added 9 fourths to the negative 3 fourths, which is the negative b over 2a. Finally I got x equals 1.5, but there is more than one intercept. Next I subtracted 9 fourths from 3 fourths and got x equal to negative 3. So your x-intercepts are 1.5 and 3. For the second problem, I completed the square. First, I had to get rid of the 2 and the 2x squared by dividing by 2. Next, I had to complete the square, and I did this by subtracting the 5 over 2 to the other side. Next, I found a number to complete the square, which was 9, because 3 plus 3 equals 6, and 3 times 3 equals 9. Next, I got the equation to be x plus 6x plus 9 equals 5 over 2 plus 9. Then I got it into its factored form, which is x plus 3 squared. Next, I square rooted everything and got x plus 3 equals plus or minus positive 3.39. Finally, I just subtracted the 3 over and added or subtracted the 3.39. I got the x-intercepts to be 0.39 and negative 6.39. For the third problem, I chose to factor. I started by getting the three separate from the x squared by dividing by 3. Then I got the equation to be x squared plus 1 over 3x plus 2 over 3. Finally, I found out that the problem was not factorable because no numbers add to get 1/3 and multiply to get 2/3. For the first equation in the second set, I used the table. You can easily find the x-intercepts by looking to which numbers on the right side are at 0, and the number on the right of that number is the x-intercept. So negative 0.281 and 1.78 are x-intercepts. For the second equation in the second section, I chose to do a table. You can easily find the x-intercept by looking where the lines hit the x-axis and reach 0. The x-intercepts are negative 3.562 and 0.562. For the third problem of the second section, I chose to solve algebraically. I used the quadratic formula. I plugged everything in and got negative 5, 6 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 2. Then I solved the inside of the square root and got the 25 plus 24. Then I square rooted 49 over 6 and got 76. Finally, you either add or subtract 76 from the 5, 6 mentioned earlier. The x-intercepts are 0.3 and negative 2. For the first problem in the third section, I chose to do a graph. You just look to see where a line touches the x-axis, and those numbers are the numbers for your x-intercepts. The x-intercepts are 2 and 6. For the second problem in the third section, I chose to do a table. You just look on the right side for the 0 value, and the value opposite that's on that other side is the x-intercept. The x-intercept is 7.14. The last problem of the third section, I chose to solve algebraically. The first step that I did was to solve the x plus 10 to the 0.5 power, and I got it to be 2x plus 1 equals x plus 3.16. Then I subtracted the x and 3.16 from both sides and got x minus 2.16 equals 0. Finally, I just added a 2.16 to each side to get x equal to about 2. Thanks for watching.
Created using Powtoon.